Russia promised to help Ibrahim Traore by building hospitals, training soldiers, and offering scholarship to Burkina Faso at Russia's 88th Victory Day, a celebration in MACRON. Burkina Faso's captain Ibrahim Traore stood tall not for hangout but for his people. He walked away with promises of hospital, scholarship for students, and military training support. I have never been against good relationship, Traore said. I have just rejected exploitations. We must take charge of our own development. This time, he said, no to empty gestures and yes to real progress. No mosque, no manipulations, just partnership that actually makes sense. This is beautiful, my people. Like, this is very, very beautiful to read. And one of the things that I see in Ibrahim Traore is the passion to actually be there for your people, to make things work for your people. You can imagine, he went to Russia, guys, and the only thing he keep advocating for is how his people, his nation are going to get a better life. Like, seriously, can your president ever be better than this? Can you just imagine? He went there he just wanted his country to be developed. All he asked for was hospital, scholarship for students, and military training, of which they were all granted to him by Russia. You know, initially, I thought the only thing that Russia just wants to provide for him is just troops and military to help him fight battles. I never knew that there are more to this. And from what he said that all he just wanted is he wanted a better life for his people. He wanted a better nation for his nation. That is not too much to ask for people. It only shows a man who knows what he wants, and he decided to stay by it. Now, one of the things he said, and that really actually got me so happy, is the fact that he said something like that he has never been against good relationship. You know, some people used to feel that, oh, maybe the reason why Ibrahim Traore is fighting for his country is because he's a military man, and as a military man, they are always very strict and they are no friends of anyone. But according to what he said here, he said that I have never been against good relationship. He said that I only reject exploitation, which is actually supposed to be so for everyone. We shouldn't be comfortable with people cheating us, especially like the West that have been cheating us for a long period of time. We should not be comfortable with it. So we have somebody like Ibrahim Traore who is actually standing up and saying enough is enough. Enough of this exploitation. We cannot allow you to keep exploiting us. For how long are we going to remain now? Now look at now. What he is asking for is how his country is going to be developed. How they're going to have hospitals, how they're going to have scholarship for students, how they're going to build up training support for their military and all of that. Now, guys, the big question is, if only other countries in Africa can just have presidents like Ibrahim Traore, don't you feel that Africa will have been a better place for us? If only other African countries can actually have the same mindset the way Ibrahim Traore do. If only other African countries can only have the same kind of thinking. If only they can have the fear of God in them and think about their people, then Africa will have been a better place for us by now. Because it means that what the presidents are going to be looking for are ways of improving their nation, not a way of exploiting from their people, of embracing money, of corruptions that we have in majority of African countries by now. That is the reason why even this West, we always believe that we cannot even do anything on our own, because a lot of African countries, their governments are actually exploiting their people. They're not doing anything for them. They are frustrating their nation. If I don't want to start mentioning names of country, because if I want to start mentioning names of country now, I will mention a whole lot of countries, guys, that things are not just working. Their citizens are crying on daily basis. They are shouting for help. They are asking that they need what? They need help because of the way their governments are treating them. Now, if only every country in this Africa can just have a president like Ibrahim Traore, do you know what that will have means? They will have worked together to make Africa a bigger and better place for all of us. They will have worked together to make sure that we chase this West out of our properties and out of them exploiting us. And these different nations in Africa will have been a better place. Don't you feel that way? Don't you feel that we have gotten to a level in our life that we need to actually speak out for a kind of president like Ibrahim Traore? Burkina Faso, you guys don't know how lucky you guys are to have this kind of president at this time and time. You guys don't know how lucky, how privileged you are. Because a lot of African countries now envies you guys because you have a government, you have a president who have you people's thoughts in mind. Look at how he's running around now to look for how your country is going to be developed, how things are going to be better for the people, how your nation is going to be a better place. Now we have some countries where the president sat down there and is actually eating what belongs to the whole country. For how long are we going to remain like this in Africa? I really pray that we can have presidents like Ibrahim Traore that can actually have the thinking and this kind of mindset. It is kind of mindset that can actually expand countries, can actually build a nation. It is kind of mindset that can actually build nations, guys. I wish all presidents of African countries are like this. I don't know if you guys are reasoning along with me, guys. I don't know if you guys are actually thinking in my direction, because I feel that if we all have presidents like this, we will have been working hard and together. We will have been making a better move for a better Africa. It is not this one that everybody is moving towards Ibrahim Traore, and what a lot of people that are actually saying that no, we cannot support Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is this, is that. Ibrahim Traore is a bad leader. Yes, we have some African countries, some leaders that are not actually, in fact, a lot of them, guys, that are not in support of Ibrahim Traore because of the peanuts that the West is giving them. Because of the peanuts that they are giving them, they decided to just, turn their back on somebody that will have joined out together with and will have had a better Africa. Can you just imagine that? Can you just imagine that? It was sometimes ago that we had that Michael Langley actually visited Kenya and Ivory Coast. Someone that we should not be even allowed to enter into any African country because this man does not have the good intention of our people. But you can imagine, is this same African countries that still abhor him, that still welcome him with their full hands? Let's even imagine our brothers are Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore. We are supposed to be supporting them against the West. But imagine some African countries are supporting the West. Can you just imagine that? And I keep asking myself one question. For how long are we going to remain like this? What would have been better for us in this time is to join us together to make sure that we make this Africa a better country for ourselves, a better continent for ourselves. But imagine, we have some people where I understand it's not possible for you to carry everybody along. But if we can have the majority of people, then you are good to go. I like the good work that Ibrahim Traore is doing, and I pray that God will keep helping him and keep sustaining him. What do you guys feel about all of these things that we've talked about? Drop your comments in the comment section. And if you are here to subscribe to this channel, subscribe for more interesting news like this. I will see you guys in my next video.